what was going on with the whole drug issue? Because I know it was going back and forth, back and forth. What ended up happening with that?
Well, Nevada State, they have a company that's controlling the drug testing. I got tested yesterday. It was funny because I saw Nacho here yesterday, and it was funny the fact that I was getting drug tested when Nacho was here. So Nacho can see that, hey, I'm getting tested, you know. But that's pretty much what happened. I wanted VADA to do the testing. I think their side opted out. They didn't want to do VADA. My promoter got involved. Guess they wanted this fight to happen. They got an outside company to come in and test us for whatever reason. When there's companies there that that can do the testing, and that's all. I mean, that's pretty much it, man. It's a sore subject for me to talk about. I think it's a lot of bullshit involved in the background. I just think that. I really don't understand a lot of things that's been going on, but it is what it is, man. Nothing I can do.
Looking at that situation, do you have a little bit of suspicion because of what's going on his part? I know you have to give him the benefit of the doubt, but because they didn't want to do the VADA testing, and then even you as a person, do you lose faith in your promoter not going through what originally was planned, which was the VADA testing?
Well, at the end of the day, man, the sport is built and based on money, man. At the end of the day, so it's like the promoter's gonna do whatever he can to make the fight. You know what I mean? I was definitely pissed off at the fact that the Marquez camp didn't want to do the VADA testing, and definitely it made me suspicious. But the fact that there is a drug company out there that is testing us both, there's nothing really that I can say. You know what I mean? He's supposed to be getting tested as well by the same company I'm getting tested by, with the Nevada State Athletic Commission being the head of it. So the only thing I can do is trust what's going on. I do have my suspicion, but the only thing I can do as a fighter is just prove that I'm clean. That I've never used any performance enhancement drugs, done anything illegal, because I'm doing VADA testing like it says in my contract. It also says in my contract that I'm supposed to do the VADA drug testing, of course, in order to get a license, but it also says VADA and USADA, or VADA or USADA. You know what I mean? So, that doesn't eliminate the fact that I wanted VADA. He just chose not to do it. He chose that he didn't want to do it, and so I guess he doesn't have to do it. So, but I'm doing the VADA testing too. I'm doing both testing just to prove to the fans in the world that I'm not scared of any test that they got out there. I got in this position, hard work, dedicating myself to boxing. I mean, they can come pull a hair follicle out. They'll never find any PEDs, any kind of form of natural drugs ever used, any testosterone, anything that's illegal. They might find a little, a little green sticky icky, back in the Strand or something, back in the days, you know what I'm saying? Back in the days, I was 18, 19, 20, you know what I'm saying, experimenting. But, but other than that, I mean, they ain't gonna find
Can't find much, pretty much.
Find anything else after that, man. Yeah.
Your relationship with Bob Arum has kind of been up and down since you've signed with Top Rank, and I know it's reached the bottom part after the Pacquiao fight, and you were in a really bad spot. With what's going on with the drug tests, do you see the relationship kind of getting back, not to that point, but kind of getting sour once more? Because you felt that he should have had your back in this whole drug issue, and it seems that like you said, there's a lot of BS going on. That the fight, there's a lot of money invested in the fight, and it has to be made as well.
My relationship with my promoter is like a marriage, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a love-hate marriage. Some days I love you, some days I don't. You know what I'm saying? So that's part of business, man. I might not like certain things that's going on or certain moves these guys make. But just all I ask is that they talk to me. You know what I mean? Let's talk it out. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk it out and let's keep everything in the open, in the clear, so I don't have any suspicion of anything. You know what I mean? And that's what relationships you have to do, man. In relationships, you gotta talk. You gotta talk about these things. If something's bothering you, let me know. You know what I'm saying? I haven't spoke to anybody. I don't really talk to my promoter too much. I got my manager Cameron Duncan who handles all of that. So, at the end of the day, we'll sit down, we'll talk. Shortly. You know what I mean? We have when I have time. Right now I'm getting prepared for the fight. I really don't want to think about the whole conspiracy thing. I just want to just train, get in there and kick some ass on October 12th, and put it on Marquez, and then sit down and then talk.
We'll get to Marquez right now. And one last thing on the topic of that. Joel, very outspoken. He's always giving out his opinion. He said recently in an interview that he feels that Arum wants you to lose. Do you share that same sentiment with him?
Well, I mean, if you look at, not being stupid, if you look at like everything that's been going on, man, it's kind of hard not to believe that. You know what I mean? I wanted the VADA testing. It didn't happen, for whatever reason. And he was supposed to do the testing, you know what I mean? Because before the fight even happened, I was like, yo, let's do this VADA. Let's do this testing before we even talk about this. Will he admit to do it? Would he do the drug testing, the VADA testing? And it was like, oh, well, he'll do testing, but he won't do VADA. And I'm like, why? I never really got a clear understanding on why. He said he wanted to do USADA. So, I just, with everything going on, my trainer can say whatever he wants to say. It don't matter, you know what I mean? Whether Top Rank can be mad or not. Or Bob can be mad at him or not. It's my trainer. You know what I'm saying? And, pretty much it's a free country. You can say whatever the hell you want to say. If you feel a certain way, then, you speak it. It's kind of like, after the Pacquiao fight, how Bob spoke about me. That's his own feeling and his own opinion. And, I'm his fighter. But, shit, he threw me under the bus. Fuck it. It is what it is. So, my trainer can say whatever he want. It's just like me. But, I'm a little bit more professional about it. You know what I'm saying? And, we can talk about these things behind closed doors, like, a business, and we can settle it then.